Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Can It Take a K26, the show where we take a variety of blasters and see if they can be upgraded using a K26 spring. I am your host, Captain Xavier, and I love all things modular, and the blasters we're going to be looking at today are quite possibly some of the most modular blasters anyone has ever designed, because I am going to be taking a look at the K26 blasters, which have what is essentially the switch fires removable cylinder thing, but with K26 attachment points so that you can connect it to your K26 and build whatever shaped blaster you want. It then just primes and has a little button that you push to set it off. It's got an AR, and I have a couple of them now that I've found at Goodwill. Someone was going for a double-barreled look. I have 3 handles, 3 cylinder things. I only have one of the prime hooks. This one was missing it, but it makes it much easier to prime. Yeah, and then you just have to figure out how to build some kind of a lever to act as your trigger. And it works very nice. But what we want to know is, can these take a K26? And I'm fairly confident that the cylinder is going to be able to. I don't know if it'll be able to catch, and I really don't know if this little handle will be able to support it without just pulling loose, but we're gonna find out. Okay, well, it all comes apart easily enough. Now the issue is, of course, also always the possibility of compression. Whether we'll be able to get enough compression or not, always a possible issue. It fits, so it can take a K26. But can it catch one? That is so often the question. People often ask me, Captain Xavier, can you take a K26? I can both take a K26 and catch a K26. Walcom can take a K26, but he can't catch. And Brett can't take K26 at all. As expected, the issue is going to be getting it to draw. Alright, so it can. It is in fact possible to get enough compression. The problem I'm running into is this handle is not secure enough to be able to pull it back. So K26 might simply be too heavy. Alright, let's see what kind of springs I've got that might work. Not sure what this is out of, but it's definitely heavier. Not as heavy as K26. And it has a flat end, which I think is going to be important. So we're going to try using it, but we are going to cut it down. Okay, cut it down, and then just using a pair of pliers, I've bent the other end flat as well, and we're gonna give this spring a try. Alright. Oh yeah, see, now that caught. Definitely way more powerful. But how much more powerful is yet to be seen. You'll have to go to the alley and compare them. So the stock draw weight was about 4.2 kilograms, and the modified draw weight is about 9.4. So it's more than double. And when I tested it with just the spring upgrade, it was maybe 5 FPS higher. The stock was coming in at 60 and shooting about 60 feet, and the modified one was getting about 65 and shooting about 65 feet. So that wasn't a terribly impressive upgrade. So I went ahead and disabled the AR and put in a brass barrel. And the performance is still exactly the same. So, not sure what's up with that. But, yeah. Can't take a K26, can take a spring upgrade. Maybe with some more tinkering I could get a little bit more power out of it, but it's definitely not going to be the modular powerhouse that I was hoping. Tragic. On to the next contestant. All of the K26 used in this show was donated to me by Out of Darts. He sells it on his Etsy shop. The link will be in the description. He has both full-length 11-inch sections that have had the ends squared off, as well as pre-cut shorter lengths for specific blasters. I'm pretty sure he has one for the Kronos and one for the Halo M6 pistol. So if you're wondering where I get my K26, that's where I can get it. You can get it from him. It's really quite inexpensive, and links in the description. On with the show. Our next contestant is also a K'NEX blaster, but this one is a Revolver. It's a 5-shot revolver, and the cylinder rotates on prime, so it operates like a Spectre, which is really, really nice, because it means it's less likely to jam. It's obviously going to be more complicated to get into, because the rotation mech is built into the whole cylinder system, but it's really neat to have a modular cylinder system. So the whole thing is one big part, but it rotates as you prime it. So we're going to take this thing apart and see if it can take a K26. You never know. It's like the stock springs, basically, yep, exactly the same. So we're going to have exact same problems with the K26. We're not going to be able to get it to draw back and catch. And I'm fairly certain it'll take the heavier spring just as well. Though I doubt we'll get any better performance upgrade out of this one. Possibly even worse because you've got the cylinder gap to deal with. We can, however, I think... So, I was able to open up the cylinder and take out the ARs. They are similar to the Maverick or the Spectre in that the ARs were built into the cylinder and not into the plunger. So, that may help a little bit. I am also going to take the spring that I put into the single shot one and put it into this one because I know it'll work. Alright, well that actually did have a noticeable increase. It went from the stock numbers, which are around 60 FPS and 60 feet, to 75 FPS and closer to 75 feet. So, yeah, the Revolver, just taking out the AR and upgrading the spring, it actually made more of a difference than brassing the barrel on the other one, though I suspect it's just that I put too much brass and it can't quite clear it. But, yeah, that's kind of neat. Let's recap. All right, for those of you just tuning in or who just skipped to the end to see the results, that was a no for the single-shot K'NEX blaster, and that was a no for the Revolver, but yes to a spring upgrade on both. I also tried brassing the barrel on this one, which unfortunately didn't improve things at all, but this one did see some noticeable improvement. So that's kind of neat. I may try to figure out what I can do with these. The fact that it's a completely independent system, both for this one with a single-shot blaster and this one with an actual 5-shot revolver, is pretty neat. So there is some definite potential for modularity using these. And the darts were the first ones that I think were, you know, the K'NEX style, men gun style tips, and we discovered that worked very well, and now of course we've got men gun darts. So yeah, quite nifty. I enjoyed this. The downside is, of course, beyond a certain amount of power, the little pull handle can no longer hold and will just snap off and probably eventually break. There's also a point at which the frame probably could no longer support that much weight. But you can do a spring upgrade. And as you can see, the handle doesn't even like this. So this handle appears to be broken though, so it's probably having issues. It's a clear plastic, so it may not be as strong because clear plastics tend not to be. But they can be upgraded, and that's kind of nifty. You could, of course, make a permanently attached, glue this on here, screw it on here, make it so that that handle is more solid, though I don't know how successful it would be in the long run. But they can be upgraded, and they are fairly nifty, and they're modular, and I like them. So there you have it. I enjoyed this. These were a lot of fun. I've been meaning to do them for forever, but I just kept misplacing them, and I finally found them all at the same time. So they have been done. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, or requests for future episodes, there's a couple that people keep requesting that I need to get my hands on, especially some of the newer ones from the various different lines, and I still haven't gotten my hands on the Walking Dead blasters, but I hope to eventually. But go ahead and put those kind of comments and recommendations and suggestions down in the comment section, and as always, thank you guys for watching.